Welcome to Business or Pressure, taking the pain out of massage business with me, Allissa Haines. This is your no-nonsense guide to managing your business money. It's our mission to make sure every massage therapist and bodyworker has the tools to make a living wage in a thriving business. And let me tell you about my favorite tool, PurePro Massage Products. They are a sponsor of this program, and I am so grateful for that. I have been using PurePro Massage Products for almost the full 20 years that I have been in business. And if you care about the quality of your massage product, what is soaking into your skin and what is soaking into your client's skin, you got to check out PurePro. They've got a full line of oils, creams, and lotions. There is something for everyone and every modality, and every product is going to leave your client's skin feeling clean and fresh. But what I really want you to know is that we have put together an ABMP member special, the ABMP All For You kit, and you get 5 different products: a full-size 8-ounce ultra massage lotion, a full-size 8-ounce hypoallergenic massage lotion, you get a full-size 4-ounce peppermint Badango foot cream, and you get samples of the deep tissue massage cream and the Arnica relief lotion. This stuff is gold. PurePro products are nut-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, made with natural ingredients right here in the good old US of A. And you can log into your ABMP membership at abmp.com, click on the little industry discounts button, and you'll find the special link to the PurePro ABMP kit. It is more than $80 worth of product for $49.95, free shipping, and you will get a $10 coupon to use at your next order. I will tell you that I keep PurePro's Arnica Relief Lotion in 2 different places in my house so I can use it on me whenever I need it. It is perfect for clients with arthritis, fibromyalgia, muscle pain. It gives a really good grip and glide with a clean, non-sticky texture. My clients love it when I use Arnica Relief Lotion on them because they have less soreness, and my own hands and arms feel better too. Once again, log into your ABMP membership, click on industry discounts, and find that special PurePro link. All right, we're going to talk about how to take the feelings out of business decisions and add a little objectivity in. We've been throwing in a few episodes that are really just questions to ask yourself when you're deciding whether to do a certain job or you're deciding to make a change in your business. But this came up for me recently, so I wanted to talk to you about it. Some examples. If you are thinking of taking in a renter, expanding your office, or just sharing your room, how do you think through whether or not you should do that? Or if you've got a renter or renters, should you kick one out? Is there someone who's not quite fitting in, or is there a problem? These questions apply. If you want to take on a regular home visit gig, even if you don't do lots of home visits, or a regular chair massage job, or if you want to end a partnership or move offices or create a partnership, or maybe just if you want to join a local business group, but you got to think through if it's a good idea for you. Here are some questions. First, I love to start with the math. Is there a clear return on investment? Is doing this thing or not doing this thing going to increase your income? Or is it going to keep your income the same, but you're going to get to work less? Or is your income going to stay the same, but you're going to have to work more? A lot of times we get ourselves into these situations accidentally. Do that math. Consider if there'll be any lost wages. Consider if there'll be more income. And next, ask yourself, is this going to be fun? Are you going to enjoy your new role as landlord? Are you going to enjoy going to regular meetings for this business group you join? Are you going to enjoy the new situation that you're considering? Is it going to be fun? I love being in an office with other practitioners, and I get lonely when I'm in an office all by myself, but not everybody feels that way. Sometimes people just want to be in an office by themselves, in which case maybe don't have a lot of renters, or maybe don't share an office. Are you super annoyed by people touching your stuff? Definitely don't share your massage room. The next question, will it increase or decrease your autonomy and freedom? And how do you feel about that? Whatever this new situation or experience is, are you going to be able to make the decisions surrounding your work? Is anybody going to tell you how to work or when to work? Will you be beholden to anybody else and their rules? Is this going to free up some of your time or is it going to put more demands on your time? And finally, is there any negative kickback for doing it or not doing it? If you say no to something, are you going to lose money? Or is it going to damage a professional relationship? Or is it going to be really good or really bad for your reputation? My little example here is that I had a client who I saw for probably 6 or 7 years in my office, and then she moved. And it wasn't going to be convenient for her to get to my office anymore. And she asked me if I would consider doing a once a month home visit. Now, for me, it's like a 35-minute drive. For me to go to her house like on a high traffic day would be like an hour drive at least. But I thought about it. And at the time, the client was going through fertility treatments, and I had been with her from the beginning of that. And I really didn't want to lose this client. I think she's great. She's been a wonderful client. I loved working with her through these really wonderful times in her life and through this difficult challenge. And I said yes. And we figured out how to make it work. So once a month on a Sunday evening, I drive towards Boston. There's almost no traffic, so it only takes me 30 minutes. And I went through these questions. One, is there a clear return on investment? Yes, because I charged a big fat travel fee. So it was worth my time and I made the money. Is it fun? Yeah, it is really fun. Will it increase or decrease my autonomy and freedom? So it puts a little block on some time, but I work weekends anyway. I work every other Saturday and Sunday. So it's not like it was adding a work day to a weekend off or anything. So yeah, it was a little bit of a decrease in my autonomy, but she's really flexible about which Sunday night it is, as am I. So it works out really well. And then is there any negative kickback for doing it or not doing it? I mean, the negative kickback would have been that I lost a client, but she moved away. I wouldn't have had to feel bad about that. So no, there wouldn't have been any problem if I said no. But I thought about it. I thought about what could make it work. And what makes it work is that she got a massage table and a full set of linens and she does the laundry. And I just walk in and set up the table and give a massage and close up the table and slide it into the closet and we're done. And I make a ton of money. And that's my little example. But thinking about these factors and making sure you consider if you're going to enjoy this experience, that really matters. That is utilizing the autonomy of being self-employed to the max. And I want everyone to do that. If you work for yourself, you should be mostly happy with your work. Now we're going to jump into our chat with a colleague. Our chat with a colleague today is with my friend Nancy Newton, owner of the Healing Zone Therapeutic Massage in Western Massachusetts. Nancy, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Tell me a little bit about how long you've been a massage therapist and what your practice is like.
Well, I graduated from the Muscular Therapy Institute in 98, and I started my practice, the Healing Zone, in 2000. And I have a business, a private practice with a couple treatment rooms in a setting where it's all handicap accessible. There's a ramp, the whole thing. It's great.
What kinds of patients are you seeing?
We see just about everybody. We're in a college town, many colleges, in between all of the 5 major colleges around here. So we have a lot of students, grad students, postdoc, and professors. But the clientele, we see just about everybody from, oncology, which is my specialty, to prenatal, to athletes.
I want to know especially about a project that you have done annually for years and years called the Pan Mass Challenge. Tell me a little bit about what you do there and the team of massage therapists that works at the Pan Mass Challenge.
Well, the Pan Mass is a yearly fundraising bike ride, a 2-day bike ride that starts in Sturbridge and ends in on the Cape in P-Town. And it's a fundraiser for the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Been going on for over 40 years. And so I am one of the crew members for the massage therapy team. And myself and a few other massage therapists started probably about, 15, 16 years ago, a section of the volunteer massage therapists that work specifically with people who are on a cancer journey. So they're riding this 2-day bike ride while they're in chemotherapy treatments or they've had radiation, surgery, a whole list of things. There's several hundred volunteers that work with us in the massage therapy area. We do short 15-minute sports massage sessions, and it's fantastic. So it's a big push.
How far have the cyclists gone by the time they get to Bourne, where the massage setup is happening?
I think it's like 115 miles by the time, and so we're at the halfway point. There are other areas where there are massage therapists that are volunteering in smaller areas at water stops and things like that. But this is where the big push is for the halfway point for riders because they sleep overnight in Bourne and then they get up the next morning and before the sun comes up, they're going over the Bourne Bridge. Pretty cool.
That is amazing. By chance, do you need massage therapists to perhaps consider working at such an event?
We always do. It's the first Saturday in August, and anybody local to the New England area should be getting a postcard so that they can go to pmc.org and register. And if they specifically have training in oncology massage and they want to work in oncology sports massage in my area, they're more than welcome to, contact me. If anybody has any questions about what it's like, it's fantastic.
I worked the PanMass once in 2004. It was the first year. No, it was 2005. It was the first year I was a massage therapist. And since then, I've had scheduling. I have a family thing that happens in August, and it just always falls on that weekend. And so I haven't made it back. But I have never felt more appreciated or loved by the clients and my colleagues and the other PanMass volunteers than I did that day. You work hard, you hustle, and you get treated so well and fed well and loved well. And it is really, it is probably my favorite volunteer event ever. So I strongly encourage anybody in the New England area to check it out at pmc.org. Or you're gonna have Nancy's contact information in the show notes, so you can check that out.
Back then, it was probably outside in the blazing heat.
It was under this massive tent. Is it inside now?
Oh, yeah. Now it's inside and there's music and it's air conditioned. And we have volunteers that help the volunteers. So you do work hard, but there are scheduled breaks. People bring you snacks and water. And we really do make sure that the massage therapists take breaks, that there's two people swapping off on a table so that you don't work for too long and get injured. So it's fantastic. It's really well run. And I highly recommend anyone just shoot me an email and love to connect and tell people about it.
So you have years worth of experience providing massage to clients. What do you do that keeps clients coming back, Nancy?
Like you said, after being in business for quite a long time, and most of my clients, I've been seeing them for 15 years or more. So the answer to that question has kind of changed for me over the years. At first I thought it was really having the perfectly decorated office and, nice business cards and everything. And then it kind of was like, where's my office located? Am I convenient? Is it accessible? Am I on the bus line? So I thought that it was they kept coming back because I was convenient. And then it was about having a niche clientele because I really do specialize in the prenatal and the oncology. And I thought, well, nobody else is doing what I do. But now I really know that it's kind of all of those things, but mainly it's about my professional standards, my standards of practice, my competence, my skill, and knowing what's inside my scope and what's outside of my scope and referring people. That's what keeps people coming back. One thing is that I really try to make each client feel like they matter, as if they're new and they're special and they're important to me, really important to me. And I don't take them for granted, and that they're the most important person in my life for that time when they're with me. So that's kind of something I've done throughout my career. But like I said, it's morphed. At the beginning, I really thought it was about are my sheets pretty? And now it's like, no, it's really about my competence and my training too.
How many different locations have you had since you started the Healing Zone?
I originally just had one office and then had a second one. So two were going at the same time. So I've had 3 different offices running at the same time, and that was chaotic. Just managing people and massage therapists and schedules and whatnot. So I simplified and purchased a building or purchased a house. And so I live on the 2nd floor and the Healing Zone is on the 1st floor. And that was dynamite. That was really great. So I've had 9 different offices until I landed on this one and I could make it the way I wanted.
That's amazing. I wanted to bring it around to where you practice now because I got to visit you and see your office. Oh, we had breakfast. It was delightful. right around the time that the ramp was getting put in, and that was such a big deal and something that you saved for and worked towards and to make your office fully accessible. And it's such a sweet office. Like, I don't want to say sweet little office as if it's diminutive. You have a sweet office. It's lovely and cozy, and I love it.
Well, the ramp was a big deal for me because I've had so many offices where people couldn't get up the stairs, or it was just a hassle. Some of those old buildings, they're grandfathered in, so they don't have to be accessible. And so that was okay, but I really wanted something that clients with walkers or wheelchairs or pregnant with triplets could get in comfortably. And so that was something I really worked. The ramp was really a big deal to get it designed and built. Quality that was over 10 years ago, and it still looks great. And my clients that come in are like, one woman said to me in her wheelchair, she says, people like me don't get to come into offices like this. Usually they're medical and sterile and whatever. And it is cozy and homey, and yet it is ADA compliant and accessible for everyone. So that's important to me. That was important to me, a priority, really.
That's huge. And so how many therapists do you have working in your office now?
4.
Dang, that's great. And is there still 2 treatment rooms?
Yep, they're small, and but we keep busy, and we have a variety. Each of the therapists are kind of cool. They do their own thing. We have different styles, different specialties, different passions, and but caring for clients is kind of what we do. Seems to work.
I think there are a whole bunch of lessons in there you gave us to think about, Nancy.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I feel like I'm going to have, when I think about this and when I edit this interview, and I feel like I'm going to have a whole bunch of follow-up questions. Probably going to hit you up for another one of these at some point soon.
That would be my pleasure. I enjoy it.
Thank you. If you have a question about running your massage business or an idea for an episode, reach out via email, businessOrpressure@abmp.com. You can find me building websites and coaching massage therapists at deepbreathdigital.com. And make sure you're subscribed to ABMP's podcast so you don't miss a beat. I will see you right back here for the next episode. I can't wait.